Gemini King, Mike in the Night, and the Gemini crew. Ooh. Mike into the night, you're here with Mike in the night. Mike into the night, you're here with Mike in the night. Let's just talk about the world, give this page another turn, 'cause you're here with us tonight. Everything's alright when you're here with Mike in the night. Mike into the night, you're here with Mike in the night. Giving the world light when you're here with Mike in the night. Mike into the night, you're here with Mike in the night. Sometimes things are just absurd, so let's just talk about the world, 'cause you're here with us tonight. Mike into the night, you're here with Mike in the night. Mike into the night, you're here with Mike in the night. Let's just talk about the world, give this page another curl, 'cause you're here with us tonight.
I bid you good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you're watching this transmission. Also want to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas and a very prosperous new 2020. It might be the paradigm shift. 2020 might be the time, the change of the time, the change of everything. We got people rolling into the comment section. I want to thank the I-10 Trucking Association there across I-10 that have been tuning in to Mike in the Night, or tuning in live, or not only that, listening to it on replay and downloading Mike in the Night by Google Prime, via Google Prime. And I've been noticing the amount of downloads of Mike in the Night via Google Prime to listen to, I guess, on replay is just in the tens of thousands. I can't believe it. Anyways, guys, I just want to, send some peace, love to everybody out there. And I got the chat on here. I got the Skype chat on here. I got 13 things I'm monitoring on here. I got the, Twitch on here. I got all the platforms rolling tonight to basically wish everybody a very, very Merry Christmas. So, yeah, we got Lord Humongous in the chat here on Skype. Oh man, it's that time of year, and I just can't fathom how fast it gets here. I just can't fathom how like the older you get, does time move quicker, right? What are we learning from this experience? What principles are we picking up? Are we living in the midst of moving towards the future, as opposed to living in our imperfections and living in sorrow? One bad thing after another happens. Gotta get out. Someone's asking me if I'm on BitChute. Yes, I am. Mike L in the house. Martin Z in the house. Merry Christmas from Arabia Saudi. Thank you very much. And I give much tremendous respect to everybody out there. That's working hard. That's really pushing the limit. Pushing it to the next level. I work multiple of my own jobs, right? I can't have a boss. I just can't work for somebody, you know what I'm saying? And they all do well because I make sure they do well, And we all work hard. We all strive for our goals. We all have our eye on the prize. We all, that a lot of things are happening right now that's backwards, and it's trying to remove or dissolve or fizzle out our culture. You know what I'm saying? And I have a culture, and I'm a Catholic. It's my culture. I'm Portuguese. You're Portuguese. You're Catholic. I mean, you don't have much of a choice. You know what I'm saying? And let's look around here in the chats on what's going on. I got like 4 chats going on. We are live on many platforms. Unfortunately, BitChute is not giving me the green light thingy to live stream. I don't know how to stream on BitChute yet, but oh well. We'll figure it out. I'm on BitTubers. All right, let's find out what we got here. Let's go over let's do a quick plug to all our affiliates here of the channel. Guys, don't forget to support the channel. Guys, tip jar over there. If you guys want to throw a tip, you could find the tip jar at the top of my channel here. And support me on Patreon if you can. And right here on BitTubers, 62 subscribers, and my viewership is like 3,800% higher than on YouTube. I'm also on Subscribestar here, guys. Everything's on Subscribestar. Guys, don't forget to check out Uneducated Economist, The Machronicle. Don't forget to check out Formafist. Don't forget to check out Missing YouTuber Cringe channel. And don't forget to check out our friend and brother, Walking Journey. This guy should have been a pastor. And, of course, Lord Humongous. He promised he will do a video a week. So someone's asking me, Mike, what foods are served at Portuguese? Well, usually we have steak a casa. It's like this. I like this. This kind of steak we have here with, let me see if I could find there's like an authentic one right there. But the fries need to be cut like this. See the deep fried? You gotta fry the fries like potato chips and fry them like that. That's how we eat fries. And these are French fries. See these fries like this? These square? This is French fries, right? Portuguese fries are like this. They're cut like this. We've always cut fries like this. We don't cut fries like the French do. We cut them like potato chips. And then depending on how deep you fry them, oh man, they're so good. So we got people here, Mike. So that's what we usually eat there. And then the Portuguese potatoes are these ones, these little round ones that we do here a lot. That's what we do, you know. So plugs are done. Let's move on. Merry Christmas, everybody, man. There's so much going on. I'm gonna be basically just reading your comments tonight is what I'm gonna be doing, and you know, this channel has been basically built and labored together by all of us. Lord Humongous, you missed it. I just plugged you. So, what Christmas looks like in PEI 100 years ago. Look at that, people. Very patriotic. Very Union Jack. Very British looking, actually, if you ask me. What was Christmas like more than 100 years ago? Store-bought presents were scarce. Why? Because people went out and made their own stuff. They usually made something for somebody for Christmas. You know what I'm saying? And it's more of a tradition now to go out and, you know, spend, right? And the festive feast usually featured goose rather than turkey. Those are common themes, and island seniors shared their personal stories of Christmas past with PEI. So this is how Prince Edward Island, how it was in Eastern Canada during Christmas. Oh my God! Everyone's all dressed up really nice. This is in 1897 in Charlottetown. But look how it's not cold, eh? Wow. Must have been a mild winter. Goose, not turkey. So they're the kids out there, kids hunting, I guess, for wild goose. Oh, wow, they got the gunpowder in their pouch here. Look at that. That's really classic. You don't see that. That's not a common thing. Oh man, the McChronicle. I just plugged your channel, buddy, earlier. Merry Christmas, Mike. Thanks for helping out my channel throughout the year. Buddy, I'm always going to be helping you, or I'm always going to be there for you. Don't worry. Mike Meneco64 wants to do a special show interview on your channel. Sure. Just let me know. Send me a link to their YouTube so I know who they are. And we got the McChronicle saying pork souvla at the house for Christmas, outside in the cold coals. Boom. Cold on coals. Wow, you do it outside? Nuno Almeida, Merry Christmas, Mike. For to you and your family. You too, Nuno. We got Corey, Merry Christmas to everyone from sunny New Zealand. Yeah, it's summer there, you bum. So he's enjoying summer in New Zealand. He is an economist in the UK? Really? He wants to talk to me? Okay, okay, sure. I mean, I'm not someone of an, We got Red Bill Crypto Shark. I think he's in New Zealand. On the coals, baby. Cooking right on the coals. Mike, you caught bacalhau for Christmas? We do bacalhau for Christmas. My mom's going to make some bacalhau for Christmas. But you know what? We're going to do more. I really like our steak that we have. A really good skirt. Sometimes we could do a skirt steak with those, like I showed you guys. I don't know where the heck I put that. Do you know why they call French fries French fries? Why they're French? It's because we have Portuguese fries. That's what they look like there. They're cut. See, these are French fries. You see? They cut them like that. Portuguese cut them like this. They cut them like potato chips that you buy in a bag. We deep fry that, and then we salt it. With usually pink Himalayan salt is what we use to salt those chips. Like you go around and salt it, and that pink Himalayan salt, it absorbs into that, because we fry it in, and there it is there. Look at them frying it. And this really churned butter, and a little bit of pepper there frying next to it. Yeah. This is a basic one right here. See how the fries? These are Portuguese fries. French fries are this. These are French fries. Right? That's why they call them, people were wondering, why did they call French fries French fries? The French invent them? Well, no, the French prepare them like this. The Portuguese prepare them like potato chips. And they're so good when because they're thin and they fry better in the inside. Yeah, Portuguese tarts. Yeah, we have a whole bunch. We bought a 6-pack the other day. Yeah, I like Portuguese pudding, the yellow custard. You're talking about queijadas. We have those. We do those all the time. And Macau, if you go to Macau, they still have one of the oldest Portuguese tart, overseas Portuguese tart restaurants probably in all of the world. The second or third oldest, put together in the 1600s, and it's still there today. Yeah, try your fries like this, guys. Try cooking them like the Portuguese style right here. Oh, it's so good. When they cut them like this and they fry them. It's called, this one they call it bifa portuguesa. There's bifa portuguesa. There's so many ways they call it. It's just, I just recommend to give it a try. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, see, this is not authentic because the fries are French. All right, let's get off food here before I starve to death here. So, goose around Christmas, and an apple and an orange. So back in the day, in especially, an apple and an orange were very hard to come by back in the day, like 100 years ago. Especially in the middle of winter, an orange was really hard to come across. Playing the violin, playing like instruments, of course, and getting together. Christmas is more of a way to bring us time, Yule time, right? Since the Yule time. I got an article about that, kind of explains that a bit here. Lord Humunga says, Skype me after the show. Yeah, sure, man, sure. So what's everyone up to, guys? Tell me in the comments there. Come on, tell me in the comments. Let me know if you guys want to come on the show. maybe the McChronicle could come on and tell us what he's going to be doing for Christmas, because it sounds like he's got a really good plan. I'm not sure what he's up to, but he's got some pretty good stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? A little bit different, Mike in the Night. Oh, but it's his dad's 60th birthday today. Good for you, bud. Good for him. Good for you guys. Celebrate it. Celebrate it. Celebrate it. Have a good time. Yeah. So we got, let me see who else is here in the house. Who is in the house here today? I see Gary Medeiros. Maybe he could tell us what he's up for Christmas. Maybe we could see, see who else we got here. Who could tell us what they're up to for Christmas? Lord Humongous is trying to set me up. Lord Humongous is my agent. He's trying to set me up with a channel that wants to, let's see the channel. Oh, that's your channel. Yeah, go to videos, guys, and you see Lord Humongous videos there. So there's Lord Humongous there. Guys, don't forget to check him out. Okay, guys, so, oh man, bifanash. We have the Portuguese buns with the beef inside and a Portuguese beer, Sagres. Yeah, I'm going to have to, maybe next winter, I might spend a winter in Portugal. There's the tarts everyone's talking about in the comments. All right, let's go back. So, Christmas in PEI 100 years ago, very patriotic. Now, this is a pretty cool Christmas down in Louisiana in the South. Christmas Eve bonfires. And it's a tradition that's been going on for a long
getting ready to celebrate
time.
A centuries-old tradition Tuesday night in Letcher and Gramercy. Here's Johnny Asian with this week's Showcasing Louisiana.
I tell everybody, you come. It's a magical time in St. James Parish.
Lifelong Letcher resident Rhonda Lee is speaking about the centuries-old tradition.
So these are like actual bonfires down in Louisiana that you do every Christmas Eve. These are like, you build up a stack of wood, about 5'6", 6'5", as high as you really want to go. You TP it out, and you burn it. And you burn it. And it burns.
Tradition of Christmas Eve bonfires on the levee.
People start flocking to our little town, and you go up on the levee, and it's like a little Mardi Gras in certain places. And it's the best feeling in the world to see those bonfires go off.
And this year marks the 30th anniversary of their annual Festival of the Bonfires, held the second weekend in December.
We just a prelude to the big bonfires that is going to happen on Christmas Eve.
The festival includes a carnival midway, crowning of a Festival of the Bonfires queen, and more.
People don't realize it's to encourage tourism, but it's also for all our bonfire builders.
And then the magic happens on Christmas Eve.
We either lighten the way to Papa Noel to come and bring all our little children toys, or we lighten our way to go to midnight mass.
36. What do you want?
Residents begin a
Look at that. Look at that, man. That thing's like 13 feet high. Maybe 17 feet high. That's what I'm talking about. Tradition right there.
bonfire structures as early as Thanksgiving week. Over 100 in all.
But I could tell you these people have it down to a science. That bonfire is built right and that wind's burning right is to fall in back of the levee. And I can guarantee you there's at least 30 tour buses. They from all over the world. We had people from Australia that planned their vacation. Last night I was talking to people from Kansas. I get teary-eyed because this tradition means so much to me.
You know what, guys? I might consider doing this next year with the family. Driving down to taking a 4 or 5 week drive. Just drive around the states, the southern states when it's kind of cool up here. Find someone to cover the shop for me for a couple of weeks and just go down to Louisiana. Take the kids, the family. I think that's something cool to do. Anyways, people. It's Christmas. why I still send Christmas cards. Do you still send Christmas cards? Let me know in the comments. My mom does. And I shall too one day. So what is going on? So people are saying they hit the bong around Christmas time. Let's see who wants to come on tonight. Ooh, the Lost Canuck. Let's wake him up. It was his birthday the other day. Oh, it's ringing. He ain't picking up. I don't want to wake him up. It's late there out east. I tried doing the show a bit earlier today so that I could just get a few people on the show from the East Coast if it was possible. Someone's saying, what the hell has the Lost Canuck been up to lately? Oh, McChronicle, can you come on the show for 3 minutes so we can wish you a Merry Christmas? Come on the show for 3 minutes. Just come on. Wish us, we could wish you a Merry Christmas and talk about what's happening in your neck of the woods. We're not talking about anything, guys. We're just talking today. We're just hanging out. We're just hanging out today. I'm just trying to find my thing here. Like my, I'm just trying to find my, my plugs page. Where are my plugs? Plug, where are you, Pluggy? Is it this one? No, that's what we're talking about. Ah, here we are. All right, let's move on to our plugs here. Don't forget to check out Uneducated Economist. I'm trying to get that guy on the show, too. Please give me 2 minutes before calling. Yeah, let's get to McChronicle, find out how he's doing. No predictions, no nothing tonight. We just want to spread some love. Just let everybody know that, we love you. We care. We're there, We're going to hit some pretty turbulent times. And you know what? We're in it together. We're all in this together. We're not segregated here. We're not, a lot of places, a lot of people will be every man for themselves. But not us. We will. Yeah, we will. We will, my friends. The McChronicle. So I got another channel. I got Lord Humongous here is trying to set me up with the gig here. Of a channel. This gentleman here. And his Menko 64. How do you know this? How do you know this guy? Lord Humongous. How do you know this guy? This guy seems very professional. Mike, would it be okay if there are people on here who needs prayer? Of course. Yes. So we got here, what's going on here? This guy looks pretty, this guy is, could be our Brexit discussion guy, talking about what's happening with the whole Brexit thing on in the UK. Lord Humongous is saying, I'm a moderator on his channel. He knows his stuff. That's good. And he has been for years. Okay, that's good. Okay, all right. Solid Exter in the house. Solid Exter's in the house tonight. Okay, I'm up for it. Go for it. All right, here we go, guys. We are calling the McChronicle, a two-time world champion who is here to make a difference.
Hey, Mike.
Yo, what's up, dog?
Oh, not much, man. How are you?
I'm doing fine. You having a good night?
Oh, yeah, man. I am. Just got back from my dad's birthday. Today he turned 60.
Good for him.
Both the parents are doing more than fine, so it's a good day. It's a good day.
Good, good, good. So what do you do for Christmas? Tell us. You
Well, we
said something
do-
about coals. Coals. You did something with
Yeah,
coals
we
outside.
we do a pork souvla outside. Like on our electric rotisserie, my parents have out back. What we do is we put on the rotisserie, we put a whole bunch of pork butt on it, and then it spins around. You know how rotisserie works.
Yeah.
Got the hot coals going underneath. It cooks for about 4, 5, 6 hours, and then when we're done, we put it on pita bread with tomatoes, onions, and tzatziki. We usually have some, we usually have some little lemon potatoes or whatnot on the side, and that's what we do for Christmas.
Well, that's great. And it's how long is, I guess it's a tradition since you were a child, I guess?
Yeah, we've been doing it since probably I was about 12 years old.
Okay, that's cool. That's good. Yeah, keep the traditions alive. Keep the culture alive. And do you are you Catholic? Do you guys put up a tree? What do you guys usually do?
I'm Greek Orthodox, of course, but
Okay.
we put up a tree. Yes, we put up a tree. After Christmas dinner, we do presents around the Christmas tree. So we do the usual tradition in that regard.
Good. And for some traditions I've been reading about here, they usually make gifts. Some cultures actually make gifts. Do you guys do that or no?
No, we don't make gifts. I'll be honest with you. The highest price gift you see around our tree is probably around $40.
Okay.
But it's a tradition we've had. We've done it that way for, like I said, since I was the gift thing we've been doing really since I was a child. That's something we have been doing. It's really more or less with us the thought that counts over the money, and that's really how I was raised in that regard. So as far as us making gifts in that, yeah, you're not going to see that from me.
Oh, okay, because it's from your heart and soul when you make something for somebody, right?
True, no, I understand, but unfortunately, I have neither the time nor the talent. So,
do you have kids? No. Yes, no.
I do not know.
Huh?
I do not know.
Okay, because usually when my child makes me something at school and brings it to me, I usually have to hold back tearing up because it's something that they had you in mind when they made it, and that they really put their soul into that, so it looks as good as possible.
Oh no, I understand. Oh yeah, from your kid.
Yeah.
That would definitely be something.
Yeah. So it's are you in a predominantly Greek area, or was it at one point, or has it changed, or?
It was at one point. The area I live in now is, I'd say, probably 30 to 40% Chinese. I would say now.
Okay.
Most of the Greeks in Toronto. I mean, yeah, there's a huge conglomerate still in East York, and then really from there, it's pretty much all scattered over now.
Yeah. What's been happening is a lot of the European presence in Ontario, because Canada discontinued European immigration for coming in. I think it was 92, 93. It was very hard for people for Europe to come into Canada anymore. So, but it's the reversal now with like people moving to Greece, Portugal, Spain, Germany, leaving Canada. There's a mass rush of people leaving Canada back east to go back to Europe now. It's almost like weird, isn't it? Like, I mean, do you know what I'm saying, right?
No, I know what you're saying. Yeah, I know some families where it really has actually hit hard with that. I mean, my family, we've 98% stayed here, to be honest. We haven't experienced too much of that. However, in other families from let's say high school friends and that, I mean, yeah, like some of them, in fact, have moved back to Greece themselves.
Mm-hmm.
For whatever reasons. I'd say a top one. I don't think it's necessarily a job or a living thing. I think for them, just from my presence, so to speak, at my end, from what I say it's more for them a cultural thing and reaching back to their roots.
Yes.
That's kind of a gut feeling is what's happening on my end. I mean, what are you thinking? What do you think? Do you think it's along the same lines, or do you think it's something else?
I think people are starting to realize, like, especially of the European culture that came in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, where they kind of built a future for themselves and built their own.
Yeah, absolutely.
I guess, and then they were surrounded by, like, there's a little Portugal. There used to be like lots of little Portugals scattered around Toronto in the 70s, 80s, and 90s.
Oh yeah,
and then now we're dying off because Portuguese they deported tens of thousands of them in 2007 and 8. I don't know if you remember that in Toronto where they were putting Portuguese on planes and sending them back.
I remember it vaguely. But yeah, it did happen. I remember it happening. I mean, I don't remember too many stories about it personally myself. I mean, I only have a vague memory of it. But yeah, I do remember what you're talking about. Yes.
Are they tens of thousands? So what's happened is the European presence is dwindling from what I've been hearing. In even parts like Alberta, like Edmonton, used to have a very hairy. Now it's completely transforming, different. You're seeing a different, and we used to have a lot more. I used to see more Christmas tradition in the bigger cities back in the day, and then now it's almost like dwindling. Are you noticing a dwindling effect in the Christmas tradition, like decorating the streets and stuff? How streets used to be decorated. I heard they're not doing that as much.
Oh, from what I've seen around there, I'd say it's if you're lucky, it's probably half of what it was even 10 years ago. I would say.
Yeah,
it definitely has some regard. Because I remember, like you talking about Alberta and Saskatchewan. Alberta and even Saskatchewan were mostly Polish and Ukrainian at one time, weren't they?
Mm-hmm. Yes, they were,
right.
Actually.
That's right. Yeah. No, it's transforming in a big way. I mean, I'd say it's probably. I'd say if anything, just from noticing from my end, it's probably accelerated in the past decade.
Yes. So, the whole European cutoff in '93. Do you want to know something, Evan? That I didn't. I was going to call you McChronicle. Something I didn't. You know that the United States of America actually cut off European immigration. Do you know in what year? I did not know this, but when I found out, I was fathomed. I couldn't believe it.
What year? Yeah, I don't. Actually, I know nothing about this. What year was it?
1969.
No, it doesn't shock me because I remember in U.S. I remember it was a lot earlier than it was in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, 16. Really, it was. So it's 50. So this is the 50th year then.
Basically, that they cut off European immigration into the United States. That was really. I thought it was like later than Canada because I know Canada in '93. That's it. No more Europeans allowed in Canada, right? But
yeah.
I honestly thought, where people are probably watching and say, "What are you talking about, Mike? My cousin came here from Germany like 2 months ago." Or okay, let me rephrase that. If you're from France and you speak French, you just have to sign 2 papers and you're in.
Oh yeah, because
you do,
of course, yeah.
Because I had neighbors where I used to live in downtown Vancouver, and they were French. They were from France. And I'm like, holy, how did you immigrate to Canada? Like how, I just signed 2 papers and they even paid for my plane ticket. I'm like, the Canadian government? Yeah. If you're from France and you speak French, they pay for your plane ticket to come.
Yeah, the whole bilingual thing, right?
Yeah.
Exactly what it is.
Yeah. But that's, yeah. So what do you got planned for New Year's? Besides getting drunk?
Besides that? Yeah, it's really like every other New Year's. I mean, head out, get drunk, wing it, and have fun.
Yeah. Okay, all right. As long as you keep it simple.
Okay.
I was going to ask you. So you got the tree up, you got the wreath up, right?
Yep.
You got the. Do you put the Christmas lights around the house?
A little bit, yeah. Around the front of the house, like through some of the rose bushes in the front. I also put some around the eaves trough around the garage. Also, I mean, I'm not at home right now, so fortunately I can't show you. But yeah,
that's
around
nice.
the eaves trough in the garage and usually around the roses. And also, I put a big Santa in the front porch too. That's kind of funny. But
does it speak Spanish?
But what, the Santa?
Yeah, because Walking Journey did a video on his channel where he was at a Walmart and there was a Santa that was singing, and then you could switch the language into Spanish.
Yeah, my Santa is just a little light. It doesn't talk, so
mine actually. This one was like 5'9",
it wouldn't surprise me.
5'10".
Actually, especially in the U.S. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if you went down to like a Walmart or something in Texas or down along the border. It wouldn't surprise me if you could find one of those. Honestly. Hey, listen,
he had it on his video. I'm gonna go find that video and see if he still has it up. I want to play that. It was from last Christmas.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm gonna play that. I'm gonna find that.
But a bilingual Santa.
It does. You push the button. He showed us how he does it. He pushes the button underneath the arm, and then it goes to Spanish.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I want to see this. I want to see this still.
It's on his. I have it on his channel. I'm gonna find out the Santa thing. Here, let me see if I could find it right now. Let me see. Hold on. Lord Humongous is here. Walking Journey. Let me type in Santa. See if it comes up. Santa. Oh, it's not. It's not here. It's probably on his other channel. Yeah, he made a video where they're trying to get rid of.
Imagine if your neighbor had one of those.
Yeah,
But
it's loud.
It'd be crazy.
It's probably on his other channel. Damn it! I wonder what he labeled it as. I know he's got like 2 or 3 channels because they keep taking down his main channel. Like my channel, this channel survived pretty much 2020. My channel's been suspended twice for 3 months each time.
And this was this year, I believe, right?
Yeah. And I had to use my other channel, the backup channel.
Oh no, the way they've gone after you, man, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, and then I don't have any subscribers for like 6 months, but it stays at the exact same rounded number perfectly for like 6 months. And it's like, what am I doing wrong? I'm not. Oh,
honestly, the funniest thing happened to me on that. Like towards the middle of this year, I was caught up. I was caught on the number. I swear to God, 666 for like a month. Okay, seriously. That was the worst hex in the world, man.
Yeah. Well, you're at 750.
You're not going to work. You're 666. You're stuck.
Okay,
what
guys.
What did I do to deserve this?
I'm going to give you a link here in the comments for the McChronicle. Guys, I need you guys to go there and please subscribe to him. He works very hard putting these videos together. They're not easy. Trust me, this is not an easy task, especially going behind the camera or in front of the camera, whatever you want to call it, on a regular basis to get your message out there. And we need to start growing some of the channels that deserve to get that deserve to be seen, right?
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, yeah, it's hit us all. I mean, people don't realize too. I mean, you talking to your friends, talking in front of a camera, they're entirely different things.
Mm-hmm.
When you're on a camera, like sometimes when I'm filming myself, it can take me 15 times just to say one sentence. Sometimes, like it really is. Like people don't realize. I mean, when you're talking in front of a camera, the pressure's on. And when the pressure's on, it is multiples harder like you never believe.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there, get you on the show for a bit. Yeah, I want to thank you, man. And what we'll do is we'll keep in touch. And, maybe first, second, third week of January when numbers start rolling out for Q4 of 2019, we can look back and see what we did wrong. And see what we look forward to in the next first, second, and third quarter of 2020.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful.
All right, you take care now. Guys, I left a link there, and I'll leave a link again. McChronicle, please go over there and subscribe. And he's a good guy. He celebrates Christmas, all right? It's a good holiday. Thank you so much.
Before I go, I actually had a funny story I got to tell you guys.
Go, please, tell us.
Yesterday, I'm at the gym, right? So I'm doing squats. I'm doing a really heavy set, 2.5 plates on each side. All of a sudden, I'm 5 reps into my set. This guy comes behind me. It's all going down. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
This is me in my final set. I'm scared as heck. I don't know what's going on. So if I finish up, I put the weights back on. And the guy comes back. Oh my God, man, I'm a big fan of your channel.
Yes.
So I'm sitting there. First, I'm scared as hell. The guy's behind me. I didn't want to say it, right?
Right.
It turns out he's just a big fan. I'm like, that's the first time that's happened to me, but...
Yeah, it happens. It happens a lot when I'm at gas stations.
Right? So... What? Sorry?
When I'm at a gas station, I get that a lot.
Ironically enough, for me, it's only actually been at the gym, believe it or not. It hasn't actually been at the gas station for me really at all for whatever reason.
I'm at a gas station, like in God knows where, crossing Canada or something. People are like, wait a minute, I know you. Or a lady comes up to me. My husband says he knows you. He watches your channel. Or like all kinds. You could ask my wife how many times people would say, I know that guy. That's Mike Martins. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, no, I hear you. Yeah,
but it's gas stations, though. It's really just gas stations.
Yeah, honestly, I should probably try that like outside Toronto. I mean, in Toronto, I'm like, we got millions of people living here. You're just one out of like millions, right? So I guess it probably isn't the same thing here. Mm-hmm. But I imagine probably somewhere else at the GTA. Yeah,
like
that might actually happen.
somewhere more sporadic.
Exactly, yeah, like somewhere more sporadic. I mean, even a smaller city, maybe like Kitchener Waterloo, for example, somewhere like that possibly as well, though that's grown in recent years. But yeah, I'll try that outside the GTA one day, see what happens. Because in Toronto, you really won in millions now, right? So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. Well, thanks for the story. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. And yeah, we'll keep in touch, and we'll discuss first. We'll discuss the fourth quarter of 2019 and what we look forward to 2020.
excellent, man. Excellent. Look forward to it.
Merry Christmas and have a good night.
You too. Same to you and your family, Mike. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks. That's our man, the McChronicle. Guys, don't forget to subscribe to his channel. Really good information on his channel. And Formafist, I don't think he's on right now. And I think his light is on, but I don't know if I should bug him. So, what are we doing here? Let's get back to here. Do you still send Christmas cards? That is the question. Who sends Christmas cards? I still do. My mom does. We get those family photos like this. We get these family photos that we do like this. We take a picture like this with the whole family, and kind of sometimes we do a little collage with it, and we send it out to friends. And we got Supreme Cannon in the house. We got Lord Humongous. We got Tignim in the house. We got Mike Banks in the house. We got our usual suspects in the house. Layla. You know, you could always use the channel as an alibi. Where were you on tonight at this time? Well, I was watching this guy. His name is Mike Martins, and he's got this show. Oh, Walking Journey. There he is. Walking Journey's in the house. Let's go to his channel here. Where are you? Walking Journey. Where'd you go? Walking right here. Walking Journey. Here he is, guys. The one and only Walking Journey. Let me get him. Can you come on Skype for a minute, Essay? Yo, Holmes. You don't have to show your face. I just want to talk to you audio, Holmes. Let's see if he picks up. Oh, he's working. Damn it. He's working. Damn it. I want him to tell me the name of that video where there's that Spanish speaking Santa. I can't find it. If he doesn't mind telling us what the video is with the Spanish speaking Santa, I can't find it here. I don't know where it is. Man, I lost a lot of channels. Like, I was subscribed to 156 channels. Now I got like 78 channels I'm sub to. It's kind of weird. I don't know why they would decide for me which channels I should be watching. So, I don't know. Maybe type in Walmart. Yeah, this one went viral. 75,000 views. Physically attacked by Walmart employees. That one went physically viral. I can't find the Yeah, man, Walking Journey has like look at this guy in his underwear. Meth tweaking zombie tries to kill himself. And it's got like 1,000 views. It should have like 40, 50, 60,000 views. Please show my grocery video. I did on Mike in the Night, dude. Where were you? We were waiting for you. All right, what's going on here? Let me get here. All right. So we had the McChronicle Evan on the show. It's really nice to have him on. Now, let's go back to what we were talking about. It is Christmas, so what have you done? Aussies are broke for Christmas, not very merry in Australia. Yeah, I know. Consumer confidence is in the toilet when people don't have any disposable income because they're spending it all on their homes. A lot of people are house broke right now. Who do you blame for that? So, do you still sell Christmas? Do you still send Christmas cards? No Christmas service at Notre Dame for the first time in 200 years. Do you know how many generations that is? 200 years? 200 years, guys. No Christmas service at Notre Dame. Oh, it's got music on it.
comes rather. That roof that's gone was, of course, designed to funnel away thousands of tons of rainwater every year.
I don't want to play too much of it because it's got music. So there it is. You guys know what happened with the Notre Dame Church, how it was basically a big historical piece of architecture. God. In its time, it cost millions and millions in its time to build, equivalent to our money today. Just in the high millions to build something like this. Do you know why we don't build stuff like this anymore? It's because it's so damn expensive. And you need the right architectures to do this kind of stuff. A lot of these guys, when they built this stuff, a lot of them did it on chance too, right? You know, there was engineers, but a lot of it was done on chance, right? We got praying for Australia, yeah, with the fires there. Christmas, 12,000 Christians were slaughtered on the steps of Notre Dame in the year 1200 AD. Yeah. Yep. David Xavier's got it right. Modern art is trash. It's a bunch of garbage. But no, back in the day, man, a lot of this stuff, man, was it's very pricey to put this together, and it took the entire, to build a cathedral like this, it takes the entire town, like the entire town of Notre Dame, or where is this? In Notre Dame, badly after, it's in Paris. Okay, so back then, when it was built, you have to imagine the amount of townsfolk that was involved, the amount of people that actually worked to assemble this monastery. The generation gap over church and Christmas. Now, here the problem we're having, guys, now that I'm not, it's they're trying to take Jesus or Christ out of Christmas, and what's the point then? What's the point of celebrating? Like, what's it for, right? Yeah, Supreme Cannon's got it right. Modern art is pretty much money. Oh, there he is. Walking Journey. Yo, what's up, Holmes?
What's up, Mike?
Oh, we got Walking Journey in his car.
What's up?
All right, it's good to see you, man. All right, let's talk about Christmas tradition. Where are you first? Tell us where you are.
I'm on my employee parking lot. You want to see? Where I'm at?
Yeah, show us where you're at.
Yep, that's what I see for 14 hours.
That's a nice view.
Nothing but trailers and trucks and.
Well, you work logistics, dude. What do you expect?
Hey, somebody's got to unload the truck, right?
That's right. So, okay, bro. Okay. Christmas, what do you got planned? Tell us what is the Anthony Walking Journey tradition for Christmas? What do you guys do? Tell me.
Oh, well, I bought a turkey, so me and my wife don't know how to make turkeys, so we're gonna watch YouTube videos and we're gonna make a turkey and spend time with the kids. That's about it. Oh, and I'm planning to go buy some toys. I haven't done my Christmas shopping yet, so I know I'm guilty as charged, but I've just been really busy at work, so I don't have a life practically.
Well, there's a couple of 24-hour stores in your area there. You could go shopping.
I'm planning to do a Anthony in the Night live stream for sure. Mm-hmm.
Good. You have to do.
I copy you, man. I do trends in the housing market, Walking Journey edition. Mm-hmm. I do Mike in the Night. I also do Coffee with Anthony. See, I copy you, man.
With Anthony.
I look up to you, man.
Of course, we all look up to each other. You know, I watch your channel. I see, you're a I like you because I like you a lot because you're real. You're a family guy. You work. You do your thing. You know what you want in life. That's what I like about you. You have a goal. Yeah,
it's not easy, man. Especially, it's not easy to be counter culture because it seems like people have an attitude and a belief system that you have to be like them. You have to do what they're doing, and I encourage each one of you not to be that way. I also I'm into male empowerment, and they're little by little they're taking that away from us. Like the new Star Wars movies, you see how like they just rub it in, and they're sending you a message that you're stupid, you're the past, you're not the future anymore. You gotta take a back row seat. You're a second citizen. Now you're a third. You're a third level. What do you call it? Third class citizen. And we're heading in a really, really dangerous situation. I am very surprised that with all these humiliating laws that they're in the land, that we haven't had a civil war yet. I'm just very surprised, honestly. Like you told me, Mike, they didn't do nothing about 9/11, so I don't know how much worse it has to get before.
Well, because people are becoming more and more docile, right? Now, I remember you telling me about, you made a video, it was last year. There was two Christmas videos, well, it was a couple of Christmas videos. But my Polar Pop, nice. Anyways, okay, tell me the story about, first, the singing Santa Claus that sings in Spanish.
Oh, I took the video down, but I got a copy of it somewhere. I could re-upload it on my main channel this time for Christmas. You know, that'd be a good idea.
Why would you take that video down?
I didn't get any views. I only had like 90 views on the other channel.
Oh, I was going to promote the crap out of that.
I could re-upload it for you, Mike. It's up to you. It's an old video. I did that video about, what, 2 years ago, I think it was. I have copies of all my videos. I need to get on Mike, I want to know, how the heck are you getting your live stream, like, streamed on multiple platforms? You need to do a video how to do that.
Yeah, it's really easy. I use a program called Restream. I'm looking at it right now. It's called Restream. It's simple.
Can you do a video?
Yeah, I could do a video, but it's simple. You just take the Restream key. What you do is you allow Restream to connect to your YouTube, and allow it to connect to your Facebook, allow it to connect to your Twitch account, all your accounts, and you're just putting along.
You're everywhere, Mike. Are you on the pornographic websites too, Mike?
No, I don't have to be on there yet. I don't have to be on there yet until maybe it gets to a point where they don't want. Because right now I'm looking at, I just had 18 people on Twitch watching, and then I'm on Periscope.
Can you answer
on Periscope? It looks like I have 40 people watching.
Can you answer any comments on the different websites?
Yes, you can. You could. What I usually do, you could actually take it's a comment program that's built into Restream that allows you to see all the comments and which platform they're coming from. If it's YouTube, Twitch, if it's Periscope, it tells you where it's coming from.
Well, big shout out to all the United Nations Facebook followers. Big shout out to each and one of you.
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay, what do you do? So, what's the Anthony Christmas tradition? Are you starting a new tradition this year with the turkey, or what do you guys usually do? Or your parents did, or something?
Nah, nobody comes over. All my family's in California or somewhere else.
No, it's called, isn't it Mexifornia?
Yeah, well, the thing is, when you have a big family like me, you really don't. You're not worried if people come over because there's already a lot of people, anyways.
Right.
So that's the good thing about having a big family. All we do really is just eat and hang out and make love. That's it.
Yeah. Make
Mike,
love.
I would love to sit here and chat a little bit longer, but I got to get to work, man. You have a good one. The thing is, if I sit here and chat with you, I'm just going to get off more and more late, man.
Okay, go do your work. Va a trabajar, no pasa nada. Y feliz Navidad.
Voy a chambear. Hey, check out Walking Journey. Love you guys. Comment, subscribe. Bye-bye.
Thank you, brother. Hasta la vista. All right, we had the Walking Journey in the house. We got the Walking Journey in the house. So we got everybody here. We got Progroso in the house. We got Harlip in the house. We got Supreme Cannon, of course. We got everybody in the house, say. So we had Walking Journey there in Conroe. I think he is in Houston right now at work. Not too sure. I should have asked him exactly where he was, but that's okay. We get a pinpoint Google Maps pinpoint on exactly where he was sitting. But that's kind of good that he's, you know. Okay, Feliz Navidad. Woo! Christmas tradition. What's going on in your neck of the woods, guys? Come on. Let us know what you guys cook. What are you cooking? What are you guys cooking? Let me see who's available here. I wonder if Stephen Thomas, his Facebook looks like it's on. If I could get Stephen Thomas on the show, it'd be nice to see what's going on with Man, I want to get the Lost Canuck on, man. Where is this guy? Pick up the phone, man. It's 11:49. Yeah, we got Mike Banks. Mike, why don't you come on the show, buddy? Add me on Skype, Mike Martins 1980. I actually want to talk to this guy. He's been commenting for a long time. If he could hold back from swearing and keeping his, keeping everyone keep their anger down, keep it cool, Oh, old white guy. Where is this guy? We want to get you in. He missed the beginning of the show. Old white guy. We got to get old white guy. I haven't talked to him in a while. Maybe he could tell us what his Christmas tradition is there over where he's at on the farm. If he could give us a little insight on what his Christmas tradition is and what he does for Christmas. It'd be nice to hear from old white guy. Let me see if I still have him on Skype, but here he is. Old white guy on Skype. Haven't talked to him in a while. He's got his own channel, guys, but it's really hardcore. So if you guys want more of a hardcore channel, here it is, old white guy. Here he is, guys. Let me plug his channel too. He's got, I don't know, he had quite a bit of subscribers, and then I know his channel got suspended. His channel got suspended around by the time my channel got suspended too. Here he is here. He's got lots of videos. He just put one up 10 hours ago. Here he is here. Trudeau's punishment. He's got a lot of really tough stuff here. He tells it how it is, and yeah, I wouldn't want to argue with him. I wouldn't want to be. Here he is on his farm here. I wouldn't want to get into an argument with him over politics. That's for sure. Let me see if he picks up his Skype. Old white guy, are you on still on Skype? If you're still there, you don't have to show your face. You could just talk to us. Let us know what you do for Christmas. Christmas tradition. There he is here. Let me put a link for his channel in the there it is. Old white guy. KD, are we talking about craft dinner here, guys? What are you guys talking about, craft dinner? There he is. Yo, what's up, dog? Oh, he hung up. I hope he didn't get arrested or something. Let me call him.
There we go. Hold on.
How are you, my brother?
Good.
Oh, we got your visual. We know it's you because we got the flag behind you.
What a glorious color.
Well, it's good to have you on. And guys, I left a link for his channel in the comments there if you guys want to subscribe to Old White Guy. Old White Guy is very
I don't think your viewers are a good crossover to my channel.
It's very he's very blunt to the point, I guess. He's very blunt and to the point, basically. I try to talk around points without getting myself in trouble.
No, not me. I don't give a darn.
So, tell us, Christmas tradition, what are you up to this year?
Well, I'm probably just gonna stay around the house with the old lady. We're not gonna go to the city. The kids are off doing some other things with the other in-laws. Like, you gotta take turns with that stuff, you know. You can't keep hogging your kids once they get bigger and they get married, and you know how it goes. Well, you will when your kids get bigger.
Yeah. And
you know, when I was little, since we're from England, when I was little, for years and years, this was our Christmas. So on Christmas Eve, we go to church, of course, right? And then we come home just before midnight, and then we'd all get to open like one gift. And then that was it. We didn't get to open any presents until Christmas morning after we had breakfast, which my dad cooked. And then we'd open all our presents and then carry on with the day from there, you know?
Mm-hmm. That's good. That's good.
And you, I imagine your Christmas will be pretty similar, except that you got little kids, so it'll be more fun.
Yeah, kids opening presents, excitement, and just so happy to get stuff, and I don't know, and I really preach the I don't preach gospel, but I really preach the reason for Christmas, right?
That's right. That's right. I'm on board for all of that, man. All the time.
The principles of our countries were based off Christian. We're lucky they were based off Christian principles, because if they were based off other principles, I don't think we'd be talking to each other right now.
No, we wouldn't, and I hope it never comes to that.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed your story about, it was a while back when you put that video up about the mine in northern BC. Now it's all the rage, isn't it? Mm-hmm. All kinds of people are talking about it now. So you were ahead of the curve there a little bit.
I made a video about that 4 years ago.
Yeah.
I made a video about that, then I talked about it again, then I talked about it again, and I talked about it. I bring it up, and then I bring up the other one where Canada wants more wealthy Chinese.
Yeah.
500,000 per year. We can't compete with that.
Why not? Why not?
Right? And we can't compete with that. We just can't compete with that.
No, we can't. And given the situation here in Canada, that whole northern BC mine thing is just so slimy and greasy, you know?
It's not just that. We sold out a lot of our lumber industry or lumber companies, and they're Chinese owned too. And then they don't hire Canadians.
No. Well, why would they?
Mm-hmm. So
that's just amazing. But I thought that was really awesome, Mike. That was a really good story, buddy. I really enjoyed it. I like that you put the post up so people could actually read it themselves, you know?
Well, you know, there's no gain in making things up, right? You know what I mean?
There isn't. Well, no, because it's too easy to be found out nowadays. Believe me, I know. Look how long I've been harping about my same spiel over and over, and it seems there's a few more people around now that are starting to see more like me. Oh my goodness, that might not be a good thing. No, buddy. So you're gonna stay here? I thought maybe you'd be going to Portugal or something for Christmas.
You know what? I might do. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna be really frank with you. I think I'm gonna do Portugal in the summer, but I think I want to do Louisiana next Christmas. I don't know if you saw the beginning of the show where they have these bonfires, like these huge bonfires they build along the river there.
Yeah,
they have firecrackers, and they have carousels and rides, and they have this big Christmas thing down in Louisiana. And I think I might go down there next Christmas. Maybe take a road trip with the family.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
No, I was moderating on Derek and Raging Stream, and so I missed the beginning of your. It's not so much fun when you got to moderate on a big stream, you know, because you don't really get to pay attention. You got to watch. You have to watch what people are saying in the comments nowadays, you know?
Yeah.
You know, when there's a few hundred people, it goes by so quick.
And I wanted to ask you something. The change in Canada. I don't know if you heard the story about my friend who's a massive ticket processor. He's a big ticket processor in one of the major airports in Toronto, and he's telling me that a lot of Europeans are booking one-way tickets and not coming back to Canada. A lot. He's saying like 1,000 to 3,000 a month.
Is that right?
Yeah. He's telling me He even contacted 2 media outlets, and they told him they weren't interested in the story.
Well, that doesn't surprise me, that part about not being interested. Well, honestly, if I had the means and I had somewhere to go, if I had another country to go to, I'm pretty sure I'd go. I mean, you're not surprised. A lot of people are leaving Canada. I've said a few times I'm waiting to see the exit tax that comes in this country. I bet we see one in Ontario first, and you know what it's like in Toronto. I bet we see an exit tax there where people are trying to get out of that province with their money, and then after that, it'll be an exit tax trying to get out of Canada with your money.
Yep.
You think you could see something like that happening here?
Mm-hmm. I think personally, in my opinion, that they're going to tax whatever they can. They have this weird. They're trying to push this weird inheritance tax next year.
I know. I saw that too.
So they're not. I don't know what the point is here. I think the country. I know. We know the country is bankrupt. They went against their own policy. I actually was. I saw Brian Mulroney the other day talking and about what's happened so far in Canada, and he says it's an absolute joke. Canada's the biggest joke of the in the G20. It's the biggest joke when they go out. Canada's the biggest joke. Canada doesn't pay its bills, and he said Canada has changed so much when it comes to policies and making things right. Brian Mulroney said he just can't fathom how much Canada changed since his administration.
You're preaching to the choir. Yeah, and that guy ought to know. Because that's his whole shtick is money, 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 man. Well, just the other day I was talking about that. It feels like, when you're in your service, and let's say you're overseas, and then there's a command change, right? Like one regiment comes in and the other one goes out. It seems like that's happening in Canada with the government. There's been like some kind of command change, except that we're still here, and I don't know who or what or where this government that's there came from. It sure not has a. There's no interest in Canadians here. I mean, like look at this Chrystia Freeland thing. How does that work? Where the Prime Minister gets reelected, and then he just appoints someone now to run the country.
maybe he's better off doing that.
Well, Canadians just are going to accept it. That's the thing here. Right?
Well, maybe he's better off to do that than to run it himself, because I think it's been being run into the ground.
Well, I don't think he's ever really run it himself, anyway. So, Mike, come on now.
Yeah.
I mean, well, we always like to come on here and make fun of all our government and call them idiots, but the reality is they aren't, man. Chrystia Freeland is nobody's fool. They all play the part very well. I mean, she's a Rhodes Scholar. She's Harvard educated. I seen her in a debate a few years back. I just can never remember what it was from. She's sharp as a tack. She's not a fool. They play the fool very well, though, on the stage here. Mm-hmm. Because we have to have something to look at. We need something to throw our eggs and rotten tomatoes at while the border stays open at Roxham Road. The permanent illegal border crossing that we just don't talk about, but it's never closed since this whole shabakles, this whole thing started, right?
Hey, what if you go down to Mexico, okay? You go down to the Mexican / Bolivian border, okay? Or Peru. Was it Peru? Peru, right? Peru?
Would it be Peru? No.
No, it's
no, Peru's in South America.
Bolivia, the border there. Bolivia.
Okay.
Paraguay.
Well, Guatemala
Paraguay. It's Paraguay, right?
Guatemala.
No, I even went there myself. I've been there. I drove there. Okay, anyways. You try going on that side. Okay? And illegally enter Mexico and see what happens to you if they catch you.
Yeah, they'll beat you and kick you out.
No, they won't kick you out. They actually incarcerate you for up to 6 months.
Wow.
Yeah, do you know what happens in Mexico if you are caught as an illegal alien in Mexico?
Okay. Well, besides being in prison.
Yeah, you could do 3 to 6 months in prison.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, not here. I was reading this article about all these Africans now that are being deterred from, coming through Mexico to try to cross through America. They're not allowing them anymore. I'm just wondering how they're going to figure out a way to get to Canada.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm just thinking that. Yeah. There's got to be a way.
Is there? You never see anything about these illegal border crossings in British Columbia. That they must be going on there as well. No.
The problem with British Columbia is it borders Washington State. Okay, and Washington State's completely bought out, just like Vancouver and all those cities. It's completely wealthy elites. But you're not in Beverly Hills. You're just looking at those typical 3-bedroom bungalows, nothing special.
Yeah.
But they're like multi-million-dollar homes, right? So it's very hard for anyone to come through that way because Washington State's like that, completely bought out. Oregon's like that. All the way to California is right to the Mexican border. It's completely bought out.
It's a long walk.
You got to be super
a long
wealthy.
walk up Interstate 5.
Yeah, you got to be super wealthy to be, you know. So, yeah, I wanted to have you on the show. It's been a while. Like I do see your stuff from time to time, and I wanted to touch base with you, see what you've been up to, what you know. And so I guess it's just you and the old lady for Christmas. No, you're doing turkey or you're doing ham.
None of the above. I'm probably going to have something with beef. I'm going to make a roast beef Yorkshire pudding, like that.
Roast beef, eh?
Roast beef Yorkshire pudding. Probably some turnip. Traditional English meal.
Good. Keep it traditional, man. That's how you do it.
Well, I like things like that, and I like my old lady's an Icelander, so you know, we do a lot of Iceland stuff throughout the year as well.
That's good.
Yeah, you're my guy, Mike, when it comes to financial news and.
I try to keep up on the finances. Sometimes I fall off.
Fun. But you always make it fun, man. You make it fun, right?
Yeah. I try to keep on the ball with it sometimes. Sometimes I fall off. I lose interest for a while until something big happens in the markets and I go back and talk about it.
I know that you're all excited.
Yeah.
But you make that stuff fun because for me, like while I'm aware of it, that stuff really holds no big interest to me. You know, and I understand it to a certain degree and like how it's going to affect the overall economy, but I just don't get excited about real estate the way you do.
Yes, I love it's my thing, man. It's
you're the Portuguese prince of property, man. That's why I like to watch it when you get all excited when something big happens in Australia, man. I know it's going to be a good show.
Australia's finished, man. If you think Canada's bad, Australia is in such a state of disarray right now. They don't even know if they're tricking or treating, dude.
It's just Commonwealth nations is like the common theme here, isn't it? We're all going the same way. I don't know what Canada's doing here compared to what's going on in America. We're
America's
we're gonna have a made in Canada recession, a made in Canada only recession.
No, it's gonna be the Commonwealth. UK is gonna fall into a deep depression. You're gonna have New Zealand, same thing. Australia, same thing. You're gonna see a lot of it Things are gonna start dwindling. This year is gonna be the year where we're gonna start to see consumer confidence die out because a lot of people just don't have money to spend.
I hope so. I've been saying that for a long time, as you know. Poverty is going to be the big wake-up call for Canadians, hopefully. It's going to be kind of hard to deny it and pretend that everything's good and that Canadians aren't maxed out and so much in debt when you're looking at your kids' hungry faces, you know?
I don't know if you remember the article I read the other day, debt grip, where people are in a debt grip, where the only reason why Canada economy and GDP looks like it's doing well is because people are drowning in debt.
Yes, they are. Canadians just don't want to admit it. Sooner or later, it's going to stop. I'm like I said, by all metrics, I'm poor. I'm very poor, but I don't have any debt. You know, I don't owe anybody anything. So I guess I'm in a pretty good position.
See, you're old school. See, old schoolers, they don't get into debt. I'm not in debt either. I just buy what I can, and if I can't, I lay away it on my own and buy it when I can.
Well, if I can't afford it, well, then I guess I can't afford it, right?
Right. Then you shouldn't buy it.
Yeah, that's how my parents were. They weren't big on that. I mean, it's where we live, and you still have to have credit, yada, yada, yada. But my parents weren't that way. They if they couldn't afford it, then they didn't buy it, and you saved up your money and you bought it. That's just the way it goes, right? You know, I see. I look around me. where I live, because it's a rural environment, so a lot of the same family standards still apply because there's lots of family farms around here, and people have 2, 3, 4 kids, and it's not tainted so much by the city. So there's still a lot of what you would say old school kind of values and such.
Everyone
There's
owns
still
guns.
Oh, we all do. Several. I have 4. My friend has like over 30. Everybody out here owns firearms, but it's not like you hear a war zone outside. Certain times of year, when someone's getting ready for hunting.
Yeah.
But we all own firearms out here, and surprisingly, they don't run around killing everybody. So that stuff the government's telling you is not true. Like I tell people, get your pal. All the stuff the government says about gun bans, blah 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 blah. So much of that is hyperbole. You can still apply for your PAL, your possession and acquisition license here in Canada. It's not that hard, and they cannot refuse you as long as you meet the qualifications. You send it in, do what you have to do. 3 months after you send it in, you'll get your PAL. That part just doesn't go away. That's a big government operation. It's all run out of Miramichi, so they're not about to shut that down. That's a cash cow for that area, for that riding. It just doesn't happen. And all this stuff about gun grab, blah, 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 blah. Well, it's going to take years and years before they try to do anything. Remember, in Down Under, those guys gave their weapons back.
They did.
They
surrendered their weapons, and look what's happening now. They're rolling out the 5G there. They're rolling out the 5G, and a bunch of losers in northern Australia from Darwin went over to learn the technology in China so they could bring over the social credit scores in Darwin, Australia.
The future commissars.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think about that Huawei here in Canada? That's just crazy. So we know it's going to happen. America's not just going to allow that.
I don't know. I know what's happening right now with Hong Kong is out of control. I'm trying to get our friend Evan on the show on Mike in the Night. I can't get him on. He's in Hong Kong, and he's walking the streets in Hong Kong, and I can't get a hold of him anymore.
Well, so you know someone that's over there on the ground, eh?
Well, if you go to like 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago on Mike in the Night, I have him on the show every week steady, giving us a download on what's going on, what's been happening. He's been sending me images and video on the ground in Hong Kong, and he lives and works there. But I can't get him on the show. I tried getting him on the last 3 weeks in a row.
That's scary.
Yeah.
That whole situation is just scary. I mean, we've been waiting for it since 1999, right?
Mm-hmm.
We've been waiting for something to break. I don't know. I guess the people that are left in Hong Kong, we see that thing about, there's this many 100,000 Canadians there. Yeah, but are they Canadians or are they birth tourist Canadians? There's 300,000 Canadian citizens there. Yeah, but are they Canadian citizens or are they those birth tourists, right?
Well, no, it's actually more than that, buddy. I'm sorry.
It's more than 300,000?
I'm sorry. It's actually 800.
Wow.
Yeah.
What are they all doing there?
I don't know. My friend told me. My friend Evan told me. Then I got Shanghai Larry, who emails me and tells me that they're in mainland China. They're buying up spot silver and spot gold. They're buying silver and gold 20 and 30% over spot.
Wow.
Because their bullion dealers are shutting down early in China. And a lot of bullion dealers don't even have any material to sell.
Wow.
So there's something happening with gold and silver. I know I've been talking about this for the last million years, but something's going to break soon.
Well, you got to remember that gold and silver, all that stuff is fine, but America's dollar is backed by bombs.
So we're going to see what happens.
I guess we are sooner or later the 2 biggest kids on the block, eh?
Hey, tell people where you are. People are asking in the comments, where are you?
Where I live?
Yeah, not exactly, but what city, like town or?
Oh gosh, the closest town?
Yeah.
Would be Gimli, Manitoba. It's on the lake.
How many miles is that from Winnipeg?
Well, Winnipeg's about an hour and a half from me.
Okay, so he's an hour and a half east, southwest?
North.
So he's an hour north of Murderpeg.
More than an hour. I don't go to Winnipeg though.
Okay.
Gosh, I can't remember the last time I've been to the city. It's been probably a couple of years. There's nothing there for me. I could smell it when I get close.
Yeah.
If I go to the city, I start getting anxious. Ooh.
Yeah.
And you can smell it. You can really smell it. It stinks.
Could a typical, person that works from home buy land in your area, like north of Winnipeg, still pretty
Yes.
affordable?
Yes. Yeah.
How much is
friend
like
just,
2-3 acres?
Oh, well, they're not really that small of properties around where I live. They're bigger than that. My friend just bought a quarter section that's 160 acres just of the land. And I think he paid like, what did he say again? I think he only paid like a little less than 500 an acre for that, eh? And he'll have to put a house on there, drill a well and such like that.
Right, 500 an acre on average. So let's say if you buy less acreage, you're looking at about 1,200. If you buy less acreage.
Well, it depends on the land. So like he's got like me, he's got half bush there, so it makes a difference, right? Like different parts of this province, depending on where you are. If it's good farmland, it could be 1,000 an acre up.
Yeah, but you see,
here's
1,000
a
an
good
acre
example.
for some people,
8 years ago, about 4 miles down the road from me, a quarter section again, 160 acres. That is an older farmhouse and an older barn, but new tinned roofs on everything, and it went for like $93,000 or $94,000.
Very affordable.
It's very affordable. There was a time when, not now, but in one time in Manitoba, you could buy a home as a minimum wage earner. And that was when a minimum wage was like $7-8, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And not no more, but you can still buy properties here. I mean, if I go farther north, you can buy something like you're saying, a little bungalow, the fireplace, and a few acres for like maybe 40, 50, 60 grand, depending on how old of a place it was.
Yeah. So
I mean, it depends on what you want, right? Depends on what you're willing to give up and how much luxury do you need?
Right. Realistically, what is luxury nowadays, right? I think luxury is, what people with the human body or what we yearn as humans is just to be comfortable.
Pretty much. Like I said, I don't have a lot of material possessions, but I eat well. I live well. I'm very healthy. I'm very conscious of how healthy I am, and I take good care of myself. I live off the land and stuff when and wherever I can. I'm pretty self-sufficient for the most part. So.
How's the internet there?
It's good. I'm just using my device, and I don't even have Wi-Fi.
Oh, okay.
So it changed recently because they boosted. My phone used to say 3G, and now it says LTE, right? I can get like a Wi-Fi hookup and such like that, but it doesn't always guarantee it's going to work so great because of like where I live. There's no phone line here. I have no hardline phone.
No,
there's no phone. Man, it's like the last time I checked, it was about $3,500 if you want to get a landline put in here.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a lot of money. Remember at one time they used to give you those for free. Not anymore.
Yeah. They used to give you the hookups for free, right?
Yeah, there's nothing like that here. Not where I live. And like I said, I burn wood. All around me, my neighbors are we're all the same kind of people. They burn wood. And like you said, we all hunt, and we're all like-minded. And a lot of cattle around here where I am. Most of the farms are cattle because there's lots of bush. I have Lake Winnipeg here. It's 1,000 kilometers long. There's a commercial fishery there. I have a lot of friends that are fishermen, so none of us are going hungry.
No.
And I hunt. I'll drop a deer every year.
Good.
So.
How long does a deer last you? Entire season?
It depends on how big it was. But I usually get about 4 to 5, 6 months out of it, eh?
Okay.
Along with some other things. I buy chickens from a different neighbor, so they're like free rangers,
Good. That's good. You guys keep this barter system, kind of be with, that's what it's about.
Gosh,
it's about connecting.
I barter for everything. We pretty much all do out here. It's a big thing. I mean, there's some things you need cash for sure. I've been doing pretty well with my wood furniture lately. It looks like it's starting to go. Not that people in this province will buy those kind of things because they're just too expensive, but that's what people in Toronto are good for.
Nice.
I shouldn't say that. I love Toronto people.
Well, they bring home the bacon, right?
Yeah, I guess so. What's going on with your store now? Or did you solve all those problems? I remember you had all kinds of problems.
No, I moved across the street.
You moved across the street?
Yeah, because the building I'm in sold.
And where did I miss that part then?
Go to my channel and go under videos and watch building Project Tabletop. It's under my videos.
Oh, okay.
If you go to my channel and you go to playlists, there's one called Project Tabletop. Watch it.
I know. I remember when they were giving me a hard time and they're threatening you and stuff like that. And
yeah, small town. That's just how it is here. If someone tries to open something similar to somebody else, they don't want it.
I used to just look at Merritt from the hill as I drove by it.
You drove by Merritt?
Sure, man. I used to drive a big truck. I've been back and forth across Canada many times.
Okay.
So when I go east, I'd always try to take the Coquihalla.
No, I thought you said you just passed by recently. I'm like, what?
Oh, no. If I was by there recently, I'd come into your town and harass you.
Yeah, man. Woo!
I would for sure, so I can make a video. Look, I'm at Mike Martin's store.
Yeah, anyone.
You know I would, brother. I'd be there right away. Are you kidding? I hardly leave my farm nowadays. I don't go far away. I haven't caught them, but I know someone's been creeping around my bush. Probably someone from the city poaching or something. If I catch them, they'll be held to pay.
Yeah.
But I went out looking around with my quad, so if they're creeping around, they'll see my tracks, so they know I'm looking for them. Things like that never used to happen out here. These last few years, there's guys been coming out here poaching people, like rustling, I guess, rustling people's cattle, eh?
Really?
Yeah. You guy will find my buddy found in his field. They cut out the cow's head, or they kill it, cut out the head, and they skin it, and then they butcher everything right there and leave what's left.
Interesting.
Well, cow's worth a lot of money, eh?
I know, and it feeds a lot of people.
Yeah, it feeds a lot of people, so that's pretty gutsy. I mean, people say, how can that happen? Well, because sometimes where you're pasturing your cattle, it's not always in your property. It could be miles and miles away where you're renting the land, and there's no one around, That's how sometimes people's whole herds get stolen, and
Whoa.
you don't know till you go there. Hey, my cows are gone, and that's it. They're gone, and
Scary.
You just don't know. Yeah, it is scary.
All right,
There
I'm going to let you go.
Well, yeah, thanks for having me on, Mike.
Well,
It's
no,
always nice to
I
talk
had you
to
on for a good while, just to catch up a little bit. Here's his channel, guys. Old White Guy. He is very. I'm just letting you guys know he's very.
Be warned.
Huh?
Be warned. Don't watch me with your kids in the room.
Don't watch with kids in the room. Old White Guy. Anyways, you have yourself a Merry Christmas. You and the old lady, and you take care, okay?
Yeah, you have a good holiday too, man.
All right.
Wish your wife and your kids a Merry Christmas, and I
Thank
hope
you.
everything goes good for you.
God bless you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Guys, that's the Old White Guy. There he is there. I'm going to leave a link to his videos here if you guys want to check him out. He's got some good material, but he's very, very, very... Yeah, just don't watch with kids in the room. You've been warned. You have been warned. You have been warned. Oh my God, look! Look! I'm not even subscribed to him. Look at that. Look at that. I've been subscribed to this guy for years. So this is one of the channels that I have been unsubscribed to. So I've been unsubscribed. Look, you see here, guys, where it says 62 more on the side? It says 60. I'll put it here in the middle of the screen. Over here, it says 62 more. I had 145 channels I was subscribed to. This is one channel that I've lost, that I was subscribed to, that I lost. Wow. You gotta be kidding me. I hate that. And I think it was the McChronicle I was unsubscribed to a whiles back, and it was like 2 times I was unsubscribed to that channel. I don't know why. I never unsubscribed to channels, ever. So, yeah. Why ain't you subscribed to me? I got some MTG and comic video. You do? Nice. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, Lord Humongous is subscribing. Lord Humongous is starting out his channel too, and he's getting some content up there too. Retailers complaining like always, says the McChronicle. Damn straights. Wow, it's an hour and a half already. Holy smokes. All right, let's see who we could get on here. Who could we get? Let's see what our man was. We had the Walking Journey. We tried to get the Lost Canuck on. We got I wonder if the Raven probably does not even know that I'm live. Let's see if the Raven's available to come on the show. Or he's probably working. Who knows, man? He's probably on the train, or he's at work, or he's doing something. All right, so let's get on. What's his name here? Where is he? Let's get Supreme Cannon on and see what he's doing for Christmas. What's everyone doing for Christmas, guys? Bebop Lady's asking if I have enemies. Hey, what's up, Supreme?
Yeah, I don't know. Do you have enemies? What would you call them?
Losers.
Loser? Yeah.
Bunch of losers.
Yeah, bunch of losers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding.
If it was the Queen of England that disliked me, I'd be kind of concerned. But if it's,
That's right. Yeah. Some guy coming around with a leather hood and an axe to off with your head. It's like, okay, maybe I pushed this thing too far, right? Yeah. Otherwise, no, don't worry about it.
Okay, Christmas. What are you doing for Christmas? You were in the comments. It was going up and down. What's going on?
My whole family, my folks didn't go south this year. They hung around, and there's a golf course on the other end of the lake where my village is situated. And so we're going to go there. They put on a great big spread every year. So my brothers will be there, and their wives and nieces and nephews. And yeah, there'll be. I think there's going to be about 24 people. We're gonna let them cook dinner for us this year.
That's really nice. That's
it is
really
good.
Nice thing.
Yeah, we did it about 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah, they put on a hell of a feast. It's pretty impressive. There'll be a couple places in town doing it, but that's the nicest one, and it's close to where everybody lives. Like it's only a 5 or 6 minute drive for pretty much all of us, except the ones in Kamloops. So it's perfect.
Okay, so that sounds like a great plan. So what's tradition for you? What was tradition growing up?
Tradition, we had the grandparents usually over for dinner. We went to their place when we were all little kids. We always had the tree and the big pile of presents and what have you, and all my cousins would be there. We've all kind of scattered to the wind, and since my kids, I'm talking to my son, but I haven't seen my daughter in a long time. I related that in the comments, so I'm hoping that'll work itself out. It seems to. I've seen it happen a lot. So it puts an edge on things for me, But my parents and my brothers and all the nieces and nephews, they're pretty faithful about getting together either on Christmas Day or on Boxing Day. Mm-hmm. Everybody seems to get a visit in, especially since the next batch of kids has come along, right? And they always get so excited, and it's so nice to see. And 2 of my stepdaughters have children as well, so if they're not in the area, then I usually send them gift certificates to their favorite toy store so that they can go out and get themselves a little something.
You know what? What's really nice is gift certificates. I sold like 40 of them in the last 2 weeks at my store.
Yeah, they're a great idea. I mean, if you've got someone who's into some of the things you're selling, and if they're like me, most guys my age, of course, we don't really know much about any of it, although obviously there's a few. But you know what they want, and they could give them a gift certificate to, well, it used to be EB Games, it was something like GameStop, right, or your store, right, something like that. Not every town has a store like yours. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there you go. There's money. There's a gift certificate. Go to your favorite place and go crazy. Do what you want.
Last year I only sold six cards, gift cards, and then this year it's like 40 or 41.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. Well, word's getting out. You know, you're making an impact in your community. That's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
And it also shows that there are still an awful lot of people doing this Christmas thing, and I think that's good. There are some years, you know, I didn't do it at all, right? Like everyone was off doing their own thing, and I didn't put up a tree. I don't usually care for Christmas music anyway. I might go to church on Christmas Eve or something like that, just to get out of the house and go say hi to some people.
You know, one year I want to spend Christmas in the Philippines. It's a very Roman Catholic country, and I really want to go check it out. I got an article here. 600-year-old Filipino Christmas tradition lives on. Catholics in the Philippines are counting 600-year-old pre-Christmas tradition in honor of the Virgin Mary, referred to as the Simbang Gabi, which translate into the night mass tradition, which includes a series of 9 masses to symbolically remember the 9 months of Mary's pregnancy. So this is a really, really, it is a really interesting thing to kind of witness or be part of. It's a huge, like, festivals and stuff that happen, and fireworks and all that stuff. Kind of something I want to take my kids to, you know?
Oh, it'd be beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it sounds like the weather, that would be a good time to go to a place like that anyway, and what a great excuse. You know, it'd be a totally festive thing. Yeah, it's huge, and those are the kind of things that they used to be. Well, they still are big around here. Like the beginning of December in my little town, they still have country Christmas, what they call it. It's the first week in December. And it's usually a weekday, Friday, generally a Friday. And of course, everything's pitch black by 5 o'clock, but they close off the main streets. They have a parade, and all of the shops are open late, and they've all got, you know, mulled cider and hot chocolate and stuff like that. And they got performers, and it's really nice. And I went to one a couple of years ago, and I was actually pleasantly surprised. Like the whole town was out. The streets were crowded. There was nowhere to park. Well, of course, you were parking on the back streets anyway, but you don't have to walk very far to get to it anyway. So, yeah, it's just an excuse for people to get out of their house and go be with everybody else, even if they don't interact that much during the week. It's really nice. There needs to be more of it.
So, we got here where Christmas originated from, the middle of winter. So, I already know what most of this, the history of Christmas and the whole, basically, origins of it. So we're going to go over it real quick here, okay?
Yeah.
How did Christmas start? The middle of winter has long been the celebration around the world, centuries before the arrival of the man called Jesus. Well, I like to call him Jesus Christ. Early Europeans. Wait, before I kick off anything,
Sure.
Can I just make it very clear to everybody out there and everybody that's listening, just to understand one thing? It's very important. Jesus Christ, or Jesus Christ, or whatever you want to refer to him as, did not come to earth to invent Christianity.
That's right. He wasn't a Christian.
No, he did not come to invent a new religion or to bring a religion into. He wasn't writing like other religions. The prophet or their savior or whatever was still alive while their books were being written. Where Jesus, after he died, everything was put down on paper. You understand what I'm saying, right? There wasn't somebody following him around taking notes, or you know.
Yeah, so, probably prior to the time of Constantine, you know, that time of year, it was the solstice. We've had it's called the precession of the equinoxes. The Earth rotates on its axis, but it has a bit of a wobble. December 25th was the actual solstice back then. So that, and it was a commemoration of the longest night of the year, shortest day, basically the rebirth of the sun. It was missionary adaptation. I think by the time of Constantine, it was probably fairly commonplace. So that would have been 3rd century AD, and it was something that they adapted. And the thing is, it might have its origins in Greco-Roman paganism and Middle Eastern religion, right? So those pagan things, right? But the thing is, there was 2 times when Jesus talked about the concept of leaven. right? The first was, when you're dealing with the law, the commandments, right? The commandments are, I mean, they weren't done away with. Why would you do away with them? They work perfectly well, and they're not burdensome. It's not that complicated. But so in a case like that, it's when people add to or take away from God's word, and they turn it into something it wasn't meant to be. Like the churches with the rainbow flags out front, right? Like, stop it. You're not fooling anybody, right? We're not buying it. And the people who do, they're buying it just because it's convenient for them, and they just want some place to go hang out. But the other place that he used the concept of leaven was when it was worked into the dough and it infused everything. Those old pagan rituals were soaked in blood. They were fertility, they were death, they were child sacrifice. And the thing about the Word of God is when it got infused with it, it wasn't pure Israelite faith anymore, okay? But what happened was all of the sacrifice stopped, right? Like, it became something of joy. It became something that people could really look forward to. I'll be honest, I've been pretty hardcore about it for quite a while, but I've come back around the last 10, 15 years to, yes, it was infused with things that, or it took the edge off things that were horrible,
right,
and turned it into something beautiful,
right.
And that's kind of the story of God too. We're talking about crucifixion. We're talking about a political murder, by a religious cult that was not. It wasn't what the Israelites were doing in the beginning. It was something different. That's a long story, and I won't get into it. But it's where we're at now. If Christmas ceases to exist as we've known it in our life, I think that it would be because it is actually God's will. Because there's something better or there's something purer. But I can't think of anything in Christendom that is purer than the motivation of, the Son of God came to be with us, tabernacled among us, showed us that, no, we're not alone, that there is a point to this.
Right, there is.
There is a point to it, and there is a plan. And it seems like a horrible long time because our lives are so friggin' short. But, it's only about 20 lifespans since that time.
Right. It's not a lot. A lot of people think,
that
it
long.
was 2000. No, it wasn't. So, okay. So let's get, okay. So what I was saying originally was Jesus did not come to earth. When he came to earth, he did not come with the intentions or did not want to go out and create a religion. That wasn't his intention.
I agree. There already was a religion, and he actually came to reaffirm it. There's a lot of things that have been added into it over the year. It's split up 2 or 3 times. The original church in Europe was the Roman Catholic Church, since, and then that carried on until the times of the Byzantine Empire. Just shortly after the year 1000, there was a great schism, right? Because in the East, it was Orthodox, and they say, well, this is the way. And then in the West, they stuck to Roman Catholicism, and the two have been kind of rivals ever since, more or less. And then Protestantism, of course, under Martin Luther. I see all this fragmentation. I don't necessarily see it as a bad thing. I see it as an opportunity to filter out what's real from what isn't.
Right.
It sounds a little strange, but if you're going to make bread, you've got to grind that flour.
Okay.
And then you've got to sift it, right? So, but the message that God is with you and He sent His Son to come and be with you is that's the part that seems to be getting crowded out amongst all the controversy, and I'm not cool with that, obviously.
Well, now here is a very interesting. Now let's get to my second point on this, where a lot of people are clouded with or trying to think of an idea or think of a way around this whole what is happening. Because nowadays, okay, for me to prove my great-great-great-great-great-grandfather's existence would be almost impossible for me to prove today that he existed. We know he had to have existed because I wouldn't be here. But with Jesus, now we've gotten around the year, now we're in 2020, people are trying to disprove that he just never existed. But if you go into historical recordings, not from the Bible, but I'm saying outside, from Josephus and all those other guys, right?
Yeah, that's right.
That were there at the time. For the first 100 years, they were actually trying. They didn't try to disprove that he didn't exist. They tried to disprove that he wasn't the Son of God. Because there were plenty of eyewitnesses. They knew Jesus existed. They knew he walked the earth. So they weren't trying to disprove that he didn't exist. They were just trying to disprove he wasn't the Son of God. Now, they're trying to disprove that the man never existed.
Yeah, well, that's part of the, I've gone back a couple of times to the Age of Enlightenment, and that's part of it. It's the idea of removing, it's just pure secularism. So obviously, anything that you believe to be true must be a myth. About every 5-6 years, you've got the Jesus Seminar, right? Or you've got the Dan Brown, what are those? The Da Vinci Code, that kind of a thing. You've got these stories come out. Well, he never existed, or he was, he wasn't a carpenter. He married Mary Magdalene and had a kid, and he was just a regular guy. And there's a lot of theologians like that too that are actually get pretty graphic talking about who he was and what he was actually doing, and they're not basing it on anything historical. I look at the Gospels as 4 more or less the same but slightly conflicting eyewitness accounts.
Can I add something to the gospel? Can I add something to that?
Sure.
There's one gospel I want everyone to read that's not been added to the Bible. It's the Gospel according to Thomas.
Yeah, I've read the Gospel of Thomas.
And he was there. He was actually there with Jesus. That's the thing. I don't know why they left out the one guy that was with Jesus out of the Bible.
There's a lot of things that have been left out. Like the Roman Catholic Bible, for example, it still has the books of the Apocrypha, right? What they call the intertestamental books. You got Maccabees, the Wisdom of Solomon, Enoch, those books. Well, they were part of the 1611 King James Bible up until about the year 1825, and the American Bible Society removed them. So they were part of the entire Bible that people had for over 200 years after the King James was first published.
Right.
So it's just really in the Protestant tradition that it's been removed. Yeah, Book of Jasher. The Book of Jasher has been translated into English. It's been around since 1840. You can get it free online. It's fascinating. And the thing is,
what about the Gospel according to Mary Magdalene?
I've never seen it. Actually, to be honest, I'd never heard of it. Yeah. I've read the Gospel of Thomas and I've read the Gospel of Peter. And I'll be honest, the Gospel of Thomas, to me, it just seems more believable. The Gospel of Peter seems...
Thomas is believable because Thomas was there.
Yeah. And the Gospel of Peter just seems to be... It seems more Greco-Roman. It's hard to say, but some things just... they don't feel right, and that's not a good enough reason. Like, you've got to be a linguist to try to figure out what's real and what isn't, or what's connected or what isn't. Let's put it that way. There were a lot.
Gospel according to Mary Magdalene, discovered in 1896, Papyrus Codex. Gospel, and here it is here. It tells you who found it and where it's located now, and it's in pretty poor shape.
Oh, it would be. Yeah, it'd be like the Dead Sea Scrolls.
Yeah, it's interpretation. The Gospel of Mary is often interpreted as Gnostic text according to the Theme Perkins and the biases of the 13 works. The Gospel follows a format similar to the other known Gnostic dialogues, which contain the revelation disclosure framed by narrative of elements. The dialogues are generally concerned with the idea of the Savior as a reminder to human beings of their bond with God and the true identity, as well as the realization of the believer, and the redemption consists of the return of God and the liberty from the matter after death. So that's the Gospel according to Mary Magdalene. I have an actually hard copy of it.
Yeah. Well, it was traditional that women could not be permitted as witnesses. You may recall that when, Mary was at the tomb and Jesus came out and he said, "Don't touch me." Well, that part of that was because he was at that point operating in a priestly office and you couldn't be touched. But you needed 2 or more witnesses, and it was traditional that you didn't accept women's testimony anyway. So she had to convince them to come and see. So at that point, they proved that, she was telling the truth here. Yeah, that's true, Evan. The real holy day is Easter, not Christmas, the day Christ rose. That's true. Yeah, someone said, Elizabeth said he was born September, October. Yeah, the festival, the Feast of Tabernacles, okay, is 8 days long. And the tradition in Messianic circles is that he was born on the first day, and then he was circumcised on the 8th, because he was born into he was born in the Holy Land. Right, he was born a Jew, an Israelite, more specifically. A Jew has got a different connotation to it. Jews aren't from Jewlandia or Juvania, right? It's from Judea. It's the Yehudim, the praisers of Yahweh, right? Mm-hmm. That's what Jew means. So if you're a praiser of Jehovah, then you are a Jew yourself.
Right.
Actually, it's someone who lived in Judea or who observed Judaism, which was at that time the Pharisees. It was a cult. They kind of hijacked the whole thing. It was in many ways what a lot of Christians have accused the Vatican of. They've hijacked the thing and then added their own things to it.
Exactly.
But so it happens a lot.
But this is what we were talking about last night on Mike and the Knights. They're taking the main focus of the message and diluting it with pedophilia, with this, with that, all kinds of crap, and basically polluting what the real message was.
Yeah, that's right. It happens. If you look at, Paul's letters, he's talking to Timothy and he's saying, well, all these congregations I founded in Asia Minor and in Greece have all gone their own way. Like here he is locked up in prison in Rome, and he's basically saying, I can't help, I can't intervene, and these people aren't returning my calls and emails anymore. They've followed other teachers and gone off and done their own thing. And then Paul is killed. Right? So the reality is we don't really know what the first century faith was like. But I'm inclined to think that because it was all Jews in the beginning, that it was basically the Sabbath and the feasts. Mm-hmm. Right? That's the Talmudic Babylonian Jew. That's right. The Talmud is considered equal. It's considered a second Torah to Orthodox Jews, which are
Hello? Supreme? Supreme, you there?
A direct.
Uh-huh. You there?
Hello?
You there? Supreme? I think we're losing him. Supreme? I think his phone's broken. Let's see if I could get him back here real quick. Yeah, the McChronicle's got a good point. Sad what happened to the Christian faith in the West. Global elite have taken it to completely off the deep end. Don't even recognize it anymore. That's true. It's sad. Portuguese Christmases are wonderful. I love the garlic pork. Yeah, man. I love the steak, the beef. Oh, man. And sometimes we do lobster, but we do lobster more around Christmas time. My signal has dropped out for a second. Yeah, anyways, we lost him. It's okay. We already know what he's up to for Christmas. We already know what he's gonna do. I'm approaching my second hour here, guys. I am going to wrap things up, and it's 9:47 still, so I have enough time to go watch a movie with the wife. Ting Nimitz said, the book of Revelation is telling of what's to come. Mike Codfish Bacalhau. Yeah, my mom's going to make some pastels. Yeah. Yeah, farmers pricing, seeing. Oh, I'm just going to talk to old white guy to ship me out a moose or a couple of deers to my house. Just wrap it, shoot it, wrap it, shoot it, drop it, wrap it, and ship it. Yeah. Yeah. Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas, everybody. I from the bottom of my heart, my family, and everybody. Merry Christmas to everybody, guys. Share this video. Guys, don't forget to throw me some change in the tip jar. My PayPal is on top. It looks like I'm not getting anything anymore from AdSense anymore. So my AdSense dollars, I didn't get paid this month, so it looks like I'm not going to be getting paid anymore from AdSense. And here it is here. Guys, don't forget to check out, here we go, Uneducated Economist, The Macronicle, Formafist, Missing YouTuber Cringe Channel, Walking Journey, Lord Humongous. I don't know who this Mario guy, but I'm going to meet him. And also, don't forget to check out Old White Guy. You've been warned about Old White Guy. Don't say I didn't warn you. Anyways, guys, lots of love. Remember, guys, it's much easier to love than to hate. Believe me, it's just easier to love than to hate. Yeah, it's a lot easier. Let me know what you guys think. Merry Christmas, Elizabeth, Supreme Canon, Tig Nim, Unaffordable Australia in the house. Merry Christmas, everybody. Remember what the time is for, and spend it with the family. Lots of love. Remember, the only way to cure fear is to love. Let me know what you think. Comment below. Thanks for watching, and yeah, we'll talk soon. Thanks for watching.